interested in doing a home purchase, you need
Hey
to
guys,
contact a
how are
professional.
you?
I am bilingual.
Let's talk about this
Kansas
crazy
and Missouri.
market
So if you guys
and
need any
renting
advice
versus
when it
buying
comes to
in
buying a home,
2022.
please feel free to
Listen,
reach out to me, and I will
I feel
take
it.
care
The
of
rent's
the
going up, the
financing,
interest
and I
rate's
have an
going up,
amazing team that can take
and
care of
we're
you when
just
it
getting
comes to finding your
stuck
home
paying
as
some
well.
high
We're prepared to help
monthly
you. We work
payments
on the
to
weekends,
have a roof
and
over our head,
I know
right?
a lot of
So
people, they can't
if you
talk
are in
to
the
me
process
over
of
the
buying,
week
I
because
want
they're
to
busy
talk to you about
working,
the
but
pros
if
and
you are
cons of
interested,
renting
send
versus
me a quick
buying.
message and
So
we can
here it
always
is.
set up a time to do
I
a
live in Kansas
call
City, but
over
we can do
Zoom
home loans
or come here
everywhere.
to
So
the
just
office
keep
on
that
the
in mind.
weekends
But
if
in
you
Kansas
need,
City,
an actual
the
appointment,
rent
and then we'll go from
increased
there. But the one thing is, just
26%
finding out
2020,
exactly where you stand in the home
2021.
buying process.
We're in 2022 and
Guys,
it just
have an
keeps
amazing
going
weekend. I
up.
hope
We don't see that
you
it's
guys
going to
have
come
some
down
fun activities
anytime
with this
soon.
amazing weather
Why?
with your
Because we
family.
have a lot
Let
of
me know if you guys
investors
need any
buying up
help.
this
Talk to you
property.
soon. Bye-bye.
So they're just waiting for somebody to come in and rent it, and there's no inventory. So people are being forced to pay the higher price. There's a lot of good things about renting and then also bad things about renting. Here's some good things about renting that I like when I used to rent. You have no long-term commitment. So you can give 2 notice, you can pack your stuff, move to another state, and you're good, right? You have no long-term commitment. The responsibilities for maintenance are very little, actually 0. If anything breaks, you call maintenance and they have to fix it for you at no cost to you because it's their property. It could be cheaper than owning to begin with because you really only need the deposit and 1 month rent, right? So it could be cheaper than owning and you don't have to put down a down payment. Now, with the high rent right now, it's very close with the deposit and the first month in comparison to your down payment. But anyways, the bad things about renting is your rent isn't fixed. If you have a 6 month to a 1 year lease, once those renew, they're bumping your rent up almost every single time. You may not be allowed to have pets, and if you do, there's all gonna be more fees involved and more rent that you have to pay monthly. Also, you're at the mercy of your landlord. Right now, there's a lot of landlords that are selling to investors because they're tired of managing, and they went in a bad situation when COVID hit, and it was okay for you not to make a payment, right? Because you couldn't work. So we have a lot of landlords that are upside down right now with their finances. So one, they're increasing your rent to come ahead, or they're selling that property. And sometimes they're selling without telling you until you get that notice that you have to be out within a month, right? So we have to be careful with that. The other thing is that you have no stability for your family. And I can't stress enough, having stability for your kids, especially if you have kids, it's very important. It takes them a very long time to get adjusted to the new schools, to the new teachers, make friends, and and then we're taking them every single year to a different space that's not really healthy for them. Let's talk about the pros and cons of buying a house, right? Because the goal here and the dream for everybody is to own their own property. I love this concept of investing and building equity. Now, I don't think that your primary home is actually an investment, but there is opportunity to build equity. So, for example, I purchased my house when I was 25. I lived there for 3 years. When I sold it, I had $70,000 in equity. That does not happen when you're renting a property. You just get your deposit, your $500 or $1,000 back that you made for deposit. That's what you get back. So with the house, it's different. Now, you also get some tax deductions when you file your taxes. Your credit can improve if you make monthly payments on your mortgage that are on time. They have to be on time. If you go late, well, that's going to ruin your credit. You have more privacy. You have control over your space. You have stable payments. And you have stability for your family when you own a property, okay? Now, the bad about buying a house, You have upfront costs. Yes, it's not free to go into a property. And even if we have down payment assistance programs and things like that, you still have to have money in the bank. You can't buy a house with $3 in the bank account. That's not going to happen. A lot of agents and lenders promote, you can be in a house with $0. Well, you still need to have some savings, because guess what? Maybe a window's going to break, or maybe you need to buy some appliances, or, something happens and you need money. So you will have upfront costs and you will need savings. You will take time to build equity. It's not, in the next month and now you're building equity. Like I said, in my first property, it took me 3 years. Now in this crazy market, could take less, but you're still building equity. Maintenance and repairs. So again, any maintenance and repairs that are needed, that's your house. You cannot call me. You cannot call the bank and saying, hey, Laura, I need a new carpet. Well, I'm sorry. That's not going to happen. You need to pay out of your pocket for any maintenance and repairs on your property. You are also responsible for any taxes and insurance and HOA dues on the property, okay? Which usually that's included in your payment, and we make sure that you qualify with all of these factors in there, okay? And then you have less flexibility too with owning a property, which, if you decide, now I got a promotion, but I have to travel and go to California or another state, well, guess what? You have to take the time to get your stuff, sell the property, make sure that there's repairs done if needed, so it takes more time to get rid of a home than if you were renting. Here's a quick payment comparison that I wanted to share with you guys on a $250,000 and a $300,000 loan. So for example, if you do a 30-year loan at a 5.5 interest rate, again, this is not for every single situation. Everybody's credit, loan amount, and all of these factors go into determining each specific interest rate for every person. But for this scenario, let's say this person is going to be at a 5.5, okay? On a 30-year, your payment will be $1,419. And I know all the loan officers are out there with their calculator, make sure that I did my math right. That's okay. So $1,419 will be your payment, okay? 30, 20, and 15. Look at the difference, okay? On top of that, you have to add taxes, insurance, and private mortgage insurance if you're not putting 20% down. So I would say to this number, go ahead and add another $400 to $500 on top of that. So for a $200,000 loan, let's say you're going to end up paying about $1,800 for this property once it's all said and done, okay? And for the $300,000 home, you'll be paying about $2,200 for it once it's all said and done. But that's better than renting a 2-bedroom apartment for the same amount, guys. If you're financially ready, buying is still worth it. It's still the best option, even at the little bit of higher interest rates. And when people say, oh my God, it's at 5.5, it's at 5.8 or whatever, others are quoting and I'm quoting out there, like, that's what it used to be, until like COVID hit. So we've been blessed to have very low interest rates, I want to say for the last, 2 or 3 years, but now we're starting to see them, increase. A lot of people are getting scared. A lot of people are, not wanting to take that interest rate, but that's the normal interest rate, besides the last 3 years. We just got spoiled a little bit, which was great. So prices are increasing in homes, right? You're building equity. Equity increased from 6 to 20% just in 1 year, and it will continue to increase. I had a customer 2 years ago asked me, Laura, should I buy now? The houses are going up. And I was like, buy now. You've been renting for 10 years. Go ahead and buy. Well, he waited, and now he wants to buy. So for the same property, he's having to pay $50,000, $60,000 over now than if he would have purchased 2 years ago. I was so sad. Now they don't even qualify with the interest rate going up, right? We have to make sure that if you are wanting to purchase, this is the time. Just do it. Call me. Let's figure out if you're ready, where you stand with this buying, craziness. Let's figure out if it's your time to buy right now, okay? And our team is prepared to help you. I take care of the finances. I've been doing loans for 10 years now, guys. So I take care of the financing. I make sure that you're qualified up front. You get your loan commitment from the underwriter. We can offer cash, or maybe we can close sooner to be able to get you into that property. And then I have a team of real estate agents that I've worked with for years, that they're really good at what they do, and I can refer you to them so we can all work together in helping you find your dream home. So anyways, guys, if you have any questions for me, feel free to reach out to me. I work on the weekends, so if you're wanting to do a quick call on the phone or whatever, let's talk about it. Let's talk about this process and see how we can help you, okay? Have a good one. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.